From the wood fires of prehistory to the fossil fuels of modernity, human beings have been obsessed with burning things. In fact, they've become so good at it that they have now burnt the equivalent of all plant life currently on Earth, a colossal 450 billion tons of carbon. But what if the age of fire could come to an end? What if humanity could harness the energy of the planet and turn the Earth itself into a colossal power plant? It might sound like science fiction, but beneath Earth's surface lies a secret source of almost unlimited energy that has the potential to power the world for millennia. Geothermal energy. Long before humans started burning fossil fuels, the Earth itself provided ancient civilizations with heat. In fact, ancient peoples thought geothermal springs were sacred. And the ancient Romans even built complexes around them so that they could do the one thing that humans love more than burning things: bathing in hot, steamy waters. A pastime that Roman writer and bathing enthusiast Pliny the Elder enjoyed whilst writing the world's first encyclopedia. But the heat of the Earth can also be destructive, as Pliny later discovered when he and the city of Pompeii were buried by ash and toxic gas in the volcanic eruption of Vesuvius in 79 AD. And it wasn't until 1904 that innovative Italian prince Piero Ginori Conti discovered that if you drill a really, really deep hole, you can access Earth's heat and use it to generate electricity. So where does all that energy come from? And how exactly do machines like Conti's contraption work? Earth might look hospitable from the outside, but its cool and lush exterior is, like an eggshell, little more than a thin and brittle crust that sits on top of thick layers of molten and semi-molten rock. The deeper you go, the hotter it gets, and at over 5,000 degrees Celsius, the Earth's core is as hot as the surface of the sun. Just as well that it's nearly 3,000 kilometers down, or those steamy Roman baths might have been considerably more scalding. Some of this heat is leftover energy from the fiery formation of the Earth 4.5 billion years ago, and the rest comes from the decay of radioactive elements in the rock itself. Together they generate so much energy that the heat that flows to the surface could theoretically supply humans for millions of years to come. So how can humans unlock the planet's potential? Well, there are three main approaches: traditional geothermal, enhanced geothermal, and ground source heat pumps. The traditional way requires a natural source of superheated underground water and steam, which you can find in abundance in Iceland. Because it sits at the junction between two diverging tectonic plates and is essentially a giant collection of volcanoes, it has a plentiful supply of both steam and superheated water just below the surface. By drilling down to access it, this steam can be used to drive turbines, generate electricity. And if the reservoir is managed sustainably by returning the water to the ground once it's cooled, this process can be maintained for centuries. Some of this geothermally heated water can also be carried through pipes to directly heat homes, greenhouses, and even swimming pools, allowing the humans who live there to bathe year-round. In fact, Iceland has so much geothermal energy that it now supplies a whopping 70% of their primary energy needs. But what if you're not lucky enough to live near a volcano with superheated reservoirs of water beneath your feet? Well, that's where option 2 comes in: enhanced geothermal. Even in areas without naturally occurring steam, water can be injected into the hot rock below to create an artificial reservoir of superheated water known as an enhanced geothermal system, which can then produce energy in much the same way as a traditional system. Enhanced geothermal reservoirs could also address the biggest challenge of wind and solar power. You see, human energy demand follows a pattern, rising in the morning as people get up to have their toast, falling as they leave for work, and rising again when they return to watch TV and switch on the lights. So, ironically, the sun's energy is most available when it's least needed. And because the availability of wind energy is, well, a bit random, combined they often fall short of what's required. The flow of energy from an enhanced geothermal reservoir, on the other hand, can be adjusted through the day, which means there's always electricity when humans need it. It's a truly winning combination. So what's the catch? Well, both traditional and enhanced geothermal systems require drilling through hundreds and sometimes thousands of meters of rock. And as anyone familiar with rock will know, it's famously quite hard, which makes drilling a bit of a challenge. Future advances in technologies like millimeter waves that vaporize rock with a high-energy beam could one day allow humans to drill so deep that geothermal heat could be accessed almost anywhere on Earth. But what if there's a cheaper, easier way of using geothermal heat? Well, that's where the third option comes in: ground source heat pumps. Unlike traditional and enhanced geothermal systems, these can be installed at much shallower depths to use the heat of the ground to warm a specialized fluid to more modest temperatures, amplify its temperature through a heat exchange system, transfer that heat to water, and circulate it through pipes to warm people's homes. It might sound far-fetched, but when heat is amplified in this way, the subtle warmth between just a few meters of earth is more than enough to heat water for a nice steamy bath. And it does so much more efficiently than traditional boilers. So, can geothermal power really help humans kick their addiction to burning things? Well, yes. And with the right investment, tax incentives, research, and technologies, humans might finally unlock the planet's full potential and access this underground energy everywhere, from volcanic springs to suburban gardens, creating a fire-free future with plenty of hot, steamy baths for all. Please spread the word about climate change solutions by sharing this video, and like and subscribe if you would like to see more. Thank you.